Everyone, hope you are in best of your health and enjoying your life. So here we are with the new course, which is object detection using YOLO in C sharp. YOLO is you only look once algorithm, and it is used for detecting object. So I think mostly we have used the YOLO in Python, but in C sharp we have used it less frequently. And I don't think that there is any course on Udemy which discuss about how we are gonna detect the object using YOLO in C sharp. So I think it's the first course which deal with how we are going to detect the objects in C sharp. So there are different steps which we are gonna discuss in this course. So first of all, developing a security monitoring app using YOLO in C sharp window forms is a practical project that leverages real-time object detection to enhance security. The app can be designed to monitor live camera feeds, detect objects of interest, and alert user when certain objects or activities are detected. So below are the steps which we are going to cover in this course to make this project happen. So what are the steps? Here they are. The first step. First step, we are going to set up the environment which is needed for the development of this application. So setting up your development environment, the first step for environment setting is to install Visual Studio. I think you have the Visual Studio already installed. If you have not, then just go to the Visual Studio website, download and install Visual Studio from there, and make sure that the Visual Studio version which you are going to install should support the .NET frameworks. Then after that, we are going to add the necessary libraries. EMGUCV is a .NET wrapper for OpenCV, which can be used for image processing and integrating YOLO models. And then after that, what we are gonna do, you have to add the EMGUCV libraries via NuGet package manager. So you will go to the Visual Studio, check the NuGet package manager. From there, you are going to install this library. Don't worry, we have discussed all these steps in detail along with videos in our course. So don't worry about this. You will use some requirements like install package emgu.cv, install package emgu.cv.frontend.windows, install package emgu.cv.dnn. So all these commands are already provided in the course, so don't worry about remembering them. So after that, what we are gonna do, we will obtain YOLO model files. Download the YOLO v3 or YOLO v4 configuration file. I am using YOLO v3. So we will use the configuration file of YOLO v3.cfg, the weight files .weights, and class name file coco.name. Don't worry, I have already provided these files, and these are inside the course, and these are, I also have provided to use these .cfg.weight files. You just need to download them and use it in your project. Then after that, there's a step 2, which is designing the window forms interface. So first of all, in the desktop application, we are gonna create a new WinForm project, open the Visual Studio, create a new C# window form project. After that, just design the user interface. For that, I will need a picture box which will display the video feed, the buttons which will start and stop the monitoring and configuration setting. After that, I will use a list box. If you want to use the text box, you can also use it, but in the course I am using a list box which is displaying the detection logs or alerts. Then after that, I am also using a label to show the current status, e.g. monitoring, or either the camera feed is stopped. And optionally, you can add a progress bar or other indicator which will show you the processing status for you. Then after that, we will move toward the third step, which is implementing YOLO object detection. So in this section, what we are going to do, we will load the YOLO model. And how we are going to load the YOLO model? We will load it by using EMGUCV, and it has some simple implementation, the coding steps, which are discussed in this section in the project, which will help you to load the configuration file, the weights, the names, and after that we will apply the DNN model to detect the object from this YOLO. So after this step, we will move toward the other new step, which is adding functionality and enhancement. So you can stop monitoring, connect the start and stop button to start and stop the video capture and object detection process, and which is already implemented in this project. Then you can use the alert system. I already have save all these detection in the list box. You can further enhance it by implementing an alert system where the app sends notification is a sound alert like emails when the specific object of your interest is being detected. Then after that, you can perform the logging and reporting, add functionality to log detections to file, or you can save all this information in the database for the future analysis. I am just showing it right now in the list box. You can just enhance it by adding the SQL database implementation and save it. After that, you can provide option for generating reports based on detected activities. You can also use the setting configuration. You can create a setting window where user can configure detection, sensitivity, alert preference, and monitor class. You can also perform the optimization of the performance by optimizing it using the processing pipeline to reduce lag and improve detection speed. Okay, I am using the CPU for this project, but if you have GPU, then you can consider the GPU acceleration for improving the performance of the detection. And for now, I'm using the CPU, with which the result detection time is a little bit slow, it's lagging. But we also have provided the alternative to it for the fast detection for the people who are working with the CPU. So for that, to further enhance the speed of detection, I have using the light version of YOLO. And the YOLO light version, I have downloaded the lightweight file, the light CFG file, so that our detection will increase. And with this okay, then after that, the sixth step is testing and deployment. We are going to test the app with different cameras feeding and lighting condition and object type to ensure reliable performance. Make adjustment to detection threshold, UL layout, and logging features as needed. Then after that, we are going to deploy it. Deployment package, the application for deployment on different window machine. It's up to you. You can use the .exe file and you can deploy it to other machines. You can also provide the clear documentation and user guide for installation and use. Then additional consideration, you can also consider some other factors for your application, which is camera capability. Ensure that your app can handle multiple type of cameras inputs like IP cameras, USB web cameras, then real-time alerts. You are gonna implement the real-time alerts for critical detection, just like unauthorized personal suspicious activities like that. Then you can also consider the user interface design, create a user-friendly interface. You can modify this interface. The interface which I have developed in the application is very simple. You can add some intuitive controls and clear visual feedback. Then at last, the conclusion. Building a security monitoring app using YOLO and C# window form application is a powerful way to integrate AI-driven object detection into desktop application. By following these steps outlined above, you can create a robust system that enhances security and provides valuable insight in real time. Whether for home security, you can use it for business surveillance or public safety. This application can be consumed to meet various needs and scenarios. And this is the end of our first lecture. If you need further assistance or you have specific question about the implementation, feel free to ask, and let's start the course. Hope you are gonna enjoy this course. So let's start it.